friends, we're back again with top 5 favorite product must-haves and number 5. We just did 4. Number 5. And today we're going to talk about our adhesives. So we have like a plethora of adhesive options. We have tear and tape, and we have tape runners, and we have our Stampin' Seal Plus, and we have all kinds of things. So today I thought I would share just my top 2 favorite adhesives and show you kind of how they work. So in my last few videos, you know that we die cut some things and stamped some things, and so I'm going to show you how I put those together today with some of my favorite adhesives. So 2 adhesives that we're going to talk about today. Number 1 is our Tombow Mono liquid glue. So I know what you're thinking, liquid glue, Tracy, like we were in kindergarten. This has nothing on that stuff. So let me just tell you, one of my total favorites. It's dual-ended. So there is a thick end, which I almost never use, and then there is a pen tip end. So we're going to use that here in a minute. And my other favorite must-have adhesive, I use these all the time. These are our Stampin' Dimensionals. And so this is going to give your cards and tags and all your projects kind of that extra pop of dimension that will set them apart from the rest. So these dimensionals come in 3 kinds. We have our standard Stampin' Dimensionals. That's probably my favorite. We're going to use those today. We have our mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and then we have our Stampin' Dimensionals that come in black. So if you're using a black cardstock or a darker colored cardstock project, the black are great for that so that they don't, so they match, right? So put those to the side, and we are going to put a card together today. So I already cut this card base out of our basic white. And then you know I have my Cottage Rose. We love that from our previous video. And then I have this blushing pink cardstock. And I pre-cut this out with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I wanted to show you. So these are the Cottage Rose dies we used in our last video. And then these are our deckled rectangle dies. And so I love these because this bigger die here is perfect size for cutting a second color of cardstock out, like I did here with our blushing pink, to create a layer. And it just gives it that kind of fun, extra little detail, right? Then we're going to put our Cottage Rose here right in the middle. Okay, so the first adhesive we're going to use today, let me put up my die back here, is our liquid glue. So I love this. We're just going to use the back side of it here. And it's so great because you just come on, give it a little squiggle, right? Easy peasy. We're going to flip this over to adhere it to our card base. And I love this liquid because it gives you a little wiggle room. Like, let's say I put it here, it's not quite in the middle. You see there's a little too much at the bottom. And so it gives you this little wiggle room to be able to line everything up. And it doesn't cause any bubbling, you know, like the kindergarten glue did. It doesn't cause any bubbling. It's fast dry. So while it gives you a second of wiggle room, it doesn't give you 10 minutes of wiggle room. So is pretty quick. It is, of course, lignin and acid free, so it's safe to use with your photos, any scrapbooking that you use, it's safe for all of that. And so now we have our layer attached to our card base. And then we're going to attach our Cottage Rose here. And I have a Stampin' Dimensional opened here, and so you can see they're a fun honeycomb shape, and they just peel right off. And then we're just going to stick these to the back of our Cottage Rose. So just stick them. Kind of all over here. And I love to put one in the middle so that it's even, right, throughout. And then we're just gonna peel off the little backs of these guys. Always have these stuck to me. Get all those. Do we get them all? I think one more here. Okay, so we got all of those stuck on. The back's off. Here's our cottage rose. And we're just gonna put this in the middle here. Easy peasy. And it's gonna give you, let's see if we can get the angle here. It's gonna give you this dimension. So it's kind of pops your cards up. It gives you that, there you go, that dimension. And it gives your cards kind of that wow factor. So those are my top 2 adhesives that I love to use, our liquid glue and our Stampin' dimensionals. Top favorite product, number 5 today, are adhesives.